Hello, my mathematicians. This is Miss Foster with Math in Focus, 4th grade, Chapter 3, Lesson 4, Part 2, dividing by a one-digit number and then also estimating. Learning to estimate in division is really hard. In multiplication, addition, and subtraction, we just take the two numbers we're trying to operate with and we round them up to their highest place of value. In division, we can't just do that. We can't just take a number like 7,100 and just round it to 7,000 if we're dividing by 9. Instead, we need to round that dividend, the larger number of things that we're trying to divide, into a number that works for a multiplication fact of the divisor. Wicked hard, but also wicked important. If we can't estimate division, then how will we know if the answers we're giving are reasonable? That's really important when you're trying to make sure that math is making sense for you and you're becoming the best mathematician you can be. One of the examples in your textbook asks you to find 438 divided by 5 as an estimate. Now they've provided you with this very nice timeline which shows you that 438 is here, this line is 400, this line is 45 tens, and this is 50 tens. The related multiplication facts that you could think of all start with 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 8 tens is 400. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 9 tens will be 450. So we are not just thinking about the highest place of value here. What we're really looking at is, will this number work with the divisor? And then we have to consider which would be better to estimate to. 438 is closer to 450. So what we should do is round 438 to 450. Because 45 divided by 5 equals 9, 450 divided by 5 will equal 90. Because we're looking at all these relationships, it's more of an intellectual challenge. Let's see this play out in an actual division problem for the problem 7,175 divided by 9. I can't just round 7,175 to 7,000 because nothing times 9 equals 7 and nothing times 9 equals 70. So even if we're thinking about 7,000, that doesn't result in me figuring out a friendly math fact to help me out here. Let me think about times 9. Is there anything times 9 that gets me close to 7? No. 7 is less than 9. That would be silly. How about 70? Well, that reminds me that 9 times 8 is 72. So I could round 7,175 to 7,200. And then my estimated quotient would be 800. I also could round down. 7,200 is higher than 7,175. What would the next fact down be? Well, that would be 9 times 7, which equals 63. And that means that 6,300 divided by 9 will equal 700. Now I need to make a decision. Which estimate would be best? Well, it seems to me that 7,200 is only 25 away from 7,175. But it also seems to me that I'm going to have to go with 9 times 7 as the very first step in this division problem. So maybe going to this one will help me out. I know this for sure. The thinking that we've done already is going to help us out with this problem. We've warmed up our brains to the 9's facts. I'm going to go with the bottom one here. That's 7,200 divided by 9 equals 800. I believe that my quotient should be close to 800. So now let's give the dividing a try. Am I going to have any single thousands here? I am not. Today, I'm going to leave that blank. But just remember to make sure that since I'm regrouping the thousands as hundreds, I need to write my quotient for the hundreds in the hundreds place. Now, as we just did all this work over here, 9 times 7 is 63. And so 9 times 700, that 7's in the hundreds place, will be 6,300 All right, each of these 9 groups is getting 700s. If I take away those 6300s, I am left with, I'm going to do some subtraction regrouping here. 11 minus 3 is 8. 875. I've divided the thousands and hundreds. I'm going to go on now to divide the tens. But I'm going to do some regrouping here. I'll just circle these to remind myself that I'm going to treat 800s and 7 tens as 87 tens. 9 times 9 is 81, and I especially know that because I love square numbers. La la. So I'm going to put 90 into each group. So far, each group has 790. We don't know the single ones yet. We're just taking a breath and doing it step by step. If I give 90 to each of my 9 groups, that will take away 8,810. And when I do that subtraction, I am left with 65. Ooh, look right here. We already figured out the math fact for this one. 9 times 7 is really close to 65. It's 63, which will leave me, once I've given 7 to each of these 9 groups, with 2. Now, is my quotient close to my estimate? I found that the quotient was 797. My estimate was 800. I'm pretty close there. But what if I had chosen this one? Well, I could know, since I thought about it so carefully, 797 is between 700 and 800. It's actually a really good estimation. And I hope that you noticed that we did a lot of warm-up thinking that helped us to actually work out all the math facts we needed for this dividing. So estimation can help warm up your brain to your next division problem. Now, where this strategy is going to get hard is if you don't really own your multiplication and division facts. So my friends, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, nines are hard or sevens are driving me crazy, it's time to practice. You're going to be practicing so much with all of our division work coming up. But take a little extra time to work on those math facts and make them your friends, using strategies that involve patterns, connections, and relationships. Hey guys, estimating division is really hard, but I had so much fun playing division with you. Bye-bye for now.